Alright, take three. Don't get too into the music. This is good music. Only way to live alone is to be a beast or a god. This day I was one of the two, alone in a kaleidoscope dream. Maybe I was both. Beast turned godly. I began it with some Ultraman, a Japanese kids show, and the playlist I made. You didn't need drugs to trip on this show. One of the episodes was about a drug that caused everyone to be happy. So it would soon lead to the Earth's demise, because they cared too much about pleasures. Were we stuck in this bliss along with the deep storylines? The cinematography was seizure-inducing. Flashing lights and such so bright, things that cause shifty vision. When the music started going with the show, I knew it was beginning. The weird thing was I felt like I could control it. Unlike the first time I looked at the ceiling, turned it on, and the kaleidoscope vision made the room glisten. The dancing soul lady resides in my house, in the walls and the floors. The carpet began to become a geometrical pattern. I was out of this earth. I was Saturn. I began to see the light like I was looking in a lantern. The sound started crossing with my sight. The bass made sound waves fluctuate through the room. Oh, this might be better than the goons. Only way to live alone is to be a beast or a god. This day I was one of the two, alone in a kaleidoscope dream. Beast turned godly. I decided to walk, got less than a block away from the house. Already felt the attachment pulling me back like the first time. I pushed past it, heard some music from afar. Arrived downtown, so many people, I loved it. Just walked, thought to myself, donated change to hobos. Felt the karma rising, felt all kinds of vibes, the music of life. People around me, I felt their pain and their pleasure. Their emotions tore through me from every part of downtown. Could sense which people were sad and which were happy. New people were constantly judging me, but I could care less because I know the rest are no better than me. Their pleasures are just more accepted by society. Well, guess what? Chicken butt, I don't give a fuck. Only way to live alone is to be a beast or a god. This day I was one of the two, alone in a kaleidoscope dream. Beast turned godly. I felt like I needed to go to the park, so I headed to Emerson, about a block away from 440. This is where I began to feel beyond godly. I appeared at Emerson, walked from a tree to tree, meditated at each spot. Each time I thought about the wind, it blew my mind and blew the earth. I controlled the weather and discussed with the trees. Two girls constantly looking at me, discussing how I was pretty sexy. I heard them from across the park. Although I disagree, they are entitled to their opinion. I am just a piece of matter that has the ability to know the insignificance of my physical apparition. My wind is what, my mind is what matters. I thought some more, walked around Emerson some more. Nature and I above the two girls and the few tweakers at the park. I left to get a soccer ball, came back, did the best juggling I have ever done. Maybe like 301 touches, who knows? Numbers aren't as important as one thinks. Although they are all around us, they can't be described and shared between without words. Only way to live alone is to be a beast or a god. This day I was one of the two, alone in a kaleidoscope dream. Beast turned godly. Beast turned godly. I thought the trip was over, so let me pause this beat as I recuperate my feet and get back into this song. Let it repeat. Wildebeest came over, we chilled and smoked some hookah. I believe the experience was done. We discussed our summers and life. I recapped my day that has yet to begin. He left, then the roommates from the dorm year came over. They wanted to shoot hoops. We did. While I felt so alive, the concept of concepts were dead and the sun was very bright. We shot around, then decided that we wanted to do some drinking. I called my hookup to go pick up some booze for us. I drove over gas on E. Dex and I, we blazed past the heavens while patiently anticipating the client that was late. My hookup gave me a Rice Krispie, maybe for the wait, I think, or maybe because we are close friends. Either one is fine. The guy arrived, they went into the other room. Then I realized that real eyes see real lies. Then I noticed hours after I thought it stopped, I was still in a trip. The room was changing colors. The room was very dank. Stank like skunk. My thoughts cut through me like a spear thrown at me from an exterior force. The deal went down and we headed out to pick up the beer. The lights just trailing all over the street. Definitely still tripping. Lights heavenly bright and it was fucking night. Just drove trying to be in a normal state of mind. Did I ever stop tripping from the goon to the LSD? What the fuck is reality, really? We got the fire water and I dropped him back off and drove out to Los Osos Valley Road. Where they lived I could smell my fumes on the way out there. But I just said it was my paranoia, making my brain a toy. Lights still trailing. Who knew South Agara was so long? I got to their house. Thank you, karma. I decided to drink less due to the fact that I was still doubting reality. Got pretty drunk though, although it was hard to tell because I don't know what soberness is. I shared the edible with the party. Oh, so delicious. Only way to live alone is to be a beast or a god. This day I was one of the two, alone in a kaleidoscope dream. Oh, so obscene. Maybe I was both. Beast turn, beast turn, beast turn, beast turn, beast turn, godly. I woke up the next morning feeling pretty good. Hopped in my car and hoped that I could make it home. I got to Tank Farm and my car began to stall. I pulled off to the side before it stops in the middle of the road, then pushed it to a safe spot. Fuck, just my luck. A guy did help me though, do the little pushing I had to do. Lucky me, Will came and gave me gas. Thank you, karma. But my battery had died, so I waited for AAA while this happened. I found out my best friend from 5th grade lives here. How great. College towing arrived. Started my battery, ends up I had a class with the guy. What a small world that I control. Only way to live alone is to be a beast or a god, vice versa. This day was one of those days I was one of the two, maybe both, alone in a kaleidoscope dream. Kaleidoscope makes me look obscene. I have synesthesia, so I'm not fazed by the senses that cross when I go tripping out. I love it. Only way to live alone is to be a beast or a god. This day I was one of the two, alone in a kaleidoscope dream. Alone in a kaleidoscope filled room, just having sex with the LSD Lucy. This poetry in motion got caused by 3 women. That's Mary and the Lucy and Alec. Oh, I'm not gonna put your name on this track. I wouldn't give you the benefit of getting on my love of my life. Just telling you, bass.